Good morning, students. This is Abir sir, and today we have reached to the last lesson of PyPlot, and today I'm going to discuss about the box plots. Check the picture. This is a picture of box plot. Now, how to understand a box plot? What is the nature of a box plot? See, check the first program. Import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. I have imported the matplotlib.pyplot library. Then I took a list called data is equal to, there are some points are available on that. Then in the next line I wrote plt.boxplot. Boxplot is a function that belongs to pyplot. Its purpose is to define or to plot a box plot from a data set. Then within the first bracket we need to pass as an argument the data points, its data in this program, and then so means is another attribute. Its purpose is to display the mean point equals to true, so it will just indicate the mean point. And then if you write pl.grid, the grids will appear, and then pl.show to display this. Now suppose if I don't give this as true, if I write it as false, see what will happen. Check the difference. In the previous picture only there is a green triangle is there. Now it's not there. Again let me make it to true. See, a green color triangle is there. That means this is the mean point. So means attribute is to indicate the mean point. Now how to understand the nature of a box plot? See, basically whenever we'll define the box plot, from the data set the 5 main points will be displayed, and these points are, first one is the minimum point, that means the 0th quantile, then the 25th quantile or percentile we can say, then 0.5, that means the midpoint, then 0.75 percentile, and at last the maximum point. Now check, for this particular data set 25, 42, 63, that's all, the 0th quantile is the minimum value, that means 25. Now check in the previous curve, the first point, this one, so this is just less than 30, that means this line is plotted in 25th position, so this determines the mean point. The next one is the 0.25 percentile or the first quartile. For this data set its value is 45, that means this point, this is the first quartile point. Now checking that curve between 40 and 50, so this line, or basically you can say this point, this represents the first quartile. Then 0.5 means the median value or the midpoint, that is 59.0 in this case. See, just before 60, that means this orange color line, this is the midpoint or the median value. Next one is 0.75, that means the third quartile. Third quartile is, the value will be 68.0. Now check in the graph, this point, that means this line, this horizontal line and vertical lines is intersected in this point, this is the third quartile point. and its value is 68. See, it's just before 70. And the last one is the maximum point, that is montile 1. The value is 95. Check in the graph. This is the point 95. That means, suppose we have a data set consist of some points. If you draw a box plot, basically it is nothing but an indicator of 5 different points. First one is its minimum value, second one is its first quartile, then the median or the second quartile we can say, then the third quartile, that means 75 percentile, and the maximum value. So these are the 5 different points that will be indicated through a box plot for a particular data set. I believe all of you can able to understand this. Now I'll go to the next program. Next point is horizontal box plot. Suppose if you want to display the box plot horizontally, it's very simple. Just you need to pass one additional argument in the box plot function. The name of the argument is called vert, V-E-R-T, vertical. The full form is vertical, and it is a boolean type. It will accept either true or false. If you just write it false, that means vertical equals to false. So the box plot will appear in horizontal nature, and if you make it true, then it will become vertical. Basically, if you study the previous box plot and this one, everything is absolutely same in both of this. Only one difference is there, that is both the axes will be interchanged. That means for the horizontal one, y-axis will become the x-axis, and the x-axis of the previous one will become the y-axis for the current one. That means both the axes will be interchanged with each other. So this is a way to define a horizontal box plot. Now we'll come to the next program, that is multiple box plots together. Now suppose we have two different data sets called data and data 1. You can see in the example, these are two different data sets are available. Now, if you draw the first one, plt.boxplot data, show means equals to true, that means the first box plot will be drawn. And in the next line, I wrote plt.boxplot, then data 1, show means equals to true. That means within the same line, the second box plot is also drawn. So this is a way by which we can create the multiple box plots together. And the nature of the box plot will be same. It will consist of 5 different values that are minimum value. This is the minimum value for the first one. This is the first quartile, then the mid value, and then the third quartile and the maximum value. Now come to the next example, that is how to draw multiple box plots separately. In our last example, we have performed both the box plots together. Now I want to draw them separately. How to do it? For that purpose, suppose D data and data 1 are two different data sets. I'll take a list called D is equal to data and data 1. That means D is nothing but a nested list. Now, if you write plt.boxplot D, show means equals to true, then both of this box plot will be drawn in separately, so that you can able to understand the nature of these box plots very clearly. See, like in the previous example and the current example, so this is much more easier than the previous one. Now, the patch artist attribute. See what is the purpose of patch artist attribute. See, like in the previous one, here for each of the box plot, a default label is appeared. First one is labeled as 1, second one is labeled as 2. Now suppose I want to change these labels. See how to do it. Initially in this example, I have imported the matplotlib.pyplot and the numpy array. And then I took a numpy array called A and I have generated its elements randomly. The lower range is 1, upper range is 100 and 10 points will be generated. For the next one, I took 50 to 150 with a gap of 10. Then for the third one, 150 to 250 with 10 points. And then I took a simple list called D and these elements are A, B and C. That means here I have created a list of numpy arrays. So D is a list and its elements are individually a numpy array. Now all of you know that if you want to draw multiple box plots separately, then you have to put all the datasets in a list. That's why I did it. Then pl.boxplot_d. So 3 different box plots will be drawn. Then vert equals to 1. That means vertical is equal to true. 1 means true. Either you can write true or you can write 1 or 0. 0 represent false, 1 represent true. So it will be drawn vertically and then you can pass a separate attribute as levels. Levels is equal to, as I wrote here, A, B, C. That's why these 3 will be labeled as A. First one will become A, second one will become B and third one will become C. And the last attribute is patch_artist equals to true. See, if I don't pass this attribute, what will happen? The box plots are appearing but without any color. Now if I give it, then automatically the color will appear. Computer will select the color automatically for each of the box. This is the purpose of patch artist attribute. And you can notice here, since I have not mentioned the attribute show means, that's why the main point is not displayed. Main means the average value is not displayed. So that's all for this example. Now we'll come to the next example. It's called the notch attribute. See, just firstly you need to check the difference between both the graphs. This is the first one, the previous one we can say, and this is the new one. See the difference. The main difference is the notch is appearing. It will become, every box will become narrow at its midpoint. So how to do it? The program is same as the previous one. You can able to see, initially I took 3 numpy arrays A, B and C. I have generated them randomly. Then I have stored them within a list called D. And after that I have defined the box plot, pl.boxplot, then D. So it's taking the list and then vert equals to 1. That's why it's appearing in vertical nature. And then levels equals to ABC. The levels will be appearing ABC. Then patch artist equals to true. That's why the color is appearing. And at last notch equals to true. That's why you can see the orange line is the median point of each box, as all of you know that. Now each of the boxes will be narrower along its midpoint. This is the purpose of notch attribute. Now we'll come to the next example. Now suppose if you need to change the color of each box separately. How to do it? See, This is a little bit trickier. There is no such attribute is available called colors like that. So how to do it? See, initially I took the three NumPy arrays A, B and C. I generated them randomly like in the previous example I did it. Then D is a list that will contain three NumPy arrays. Then I have drawn the box plot D vert equals to 1, then levels at this, patch at is true, not true. After this, I have took another list called colors, and here I have defined three different color codes. Here either you can give the color initial, or you can give the color full name, or you can give the hexadecimal color code, whatever you want. So M is magenta, C is cyan, this is the cyan, and light green, this is the light green. Then I wrote a loop for patch, C in zip bx. Bx is my box plot's name. I stored this box plot in a different variable called bx. Then bx of boxes, that means each of the boxes, comma colors. That means for each of the box I am putting one color, and from where I am getting the colors? C, and C will take its values from this least color. That means for the first box the color will become magenta, for the second box color will become cyan, for the third box color will become light green. And then I need to write patch dot set underscore face color. This is a function that belongs to the patch attribute, and its purpose is to give the color to a particular box. That's why I wrote here C. That means in the first iteration of the loop, this patch will take bx of boxes. That means first box will be the value of patch, and C will become magenta. Now patch dot set color, that means first box dot set color, set face color, then C is magenta. So for the first box color will become magenta. In the second iteration, second box will become the value of patch, and for its set color it will become C in the second value of the list, that is cyan, and like this third one will become light green. And then if you write pl.show, then the box plot will appear accordingly. So I believe all of you can able to understand this. That's all for the box plot. Thank you, students.